Hey folks, welcome back to TTSMC Trader. Welcome to the CPI day as well. I don't know if any of you have traded this CPI or not, but we have already talked about this CPI so many times. Just a second. Okay. So if you see the 1 minute candle has built a beautiful gap, always expect this market will trade the 50% at first. That is the first rules for trading the CPI. I hope some of you got that trade. If you have, congratulations by the way. Good morning, Tamimi, Trader Cups. Good morning. Marquis Grand Rising. Hey, brother, how are you? That was awesome CPI actually. After a long period of time, we have seen this beautiful CPI around here. If any of you have already traded the CPI, please let me know to the comment box. I really would love to know that. Yesterday's PM session was really disaster. I mean, this was really disaster. Yeah, it went for that sell side liquidity from the 15-minute chart as well as the 1 minute chart. But the way it went over there, like so much consolidation. And after clearing the sell side liquidity, market perfectly start to grant rising for all of this buy side liquidity. Still, I have a lot of buy side liquidity here, here. That buy side liquidity is still. Oh, okay. Actually, they have taken. So I have this extreme buy side liquidity around that area. Let's see what is happening from the daily chart. So from the daily chart, market has closed below this daily bullish cap. That is so disaster, to be honest. And I still keep this daily bullish gap over here. I mean, if you add this volume imbalance, it didn't close below this gap from the daily chart. If you add this volume imbalance, it's still a small volume imbalance. It didn't close, but I don't think so. It's important to keep that volume imbalance. Instead of that, would love to keep it from week to week. And took that low, and now it's gone rising. To be honest, from the hourly chart, this is yesterday's price action. Market has cleared almost every single sell side liquidity. There is no sell side liquidity left, and also here it has cleared the sell side liquidity. Let's see if it has traded some sort of bullish PDRA. So yep, it has traded the hourly gap. Where is the hourly? Okay, here. This is the hourly gap has been traded already. That is below this sell side liquidity over here from 15-minute chart. Up this new week opening gap. I wanna keep that new week opening gap to my chart for now. This candle close, this candle open, extend it to my right, make it this color a bit bolder, lock it. So from the hourly chart, it didn't leave any sell side liquidity, to be honest. Have this beautiful buy side liquidity. By the way, ICT was also talking about this type of this sell side liquidity and that buy side liquidity by his last video he has uploaded. If any of you have like watched that, congratulations, because our expectation almost it was like same. I have some buy side here as well. I have buy side here. I'll look for them later. We have a 10 a.m. news, so we don't need to trade before the 10 a.m. Market fall took all of the sell side liquidity. Market structure shift over here. This is the okay. Here I have the market structure shift actually. Market didn't build the order block. That is really suspicious. Can it fall a bit more before going higher? And this gap is gonna be the target, of course. Let's see what is from 50-minute chart. As well as from the 50-minute chart, it has traded the 50-minute bullish gap. Not a beautiful gap, to be honest, from the 50-minute chart, but it has traded some gap and left some sell side liquidity over here. So as from the hourly chart, market still didn't build the order block. It has an high probability to fall to build the order block at first, and from the 15-minute chart, it will go for this sell side liquidity. So it came here to this last fair value gap that is also going to be marked from my 15-minute chart. This is the 50-minute last fair value gap, and going to more wait to see if it can fall and take this sell side liquidity. More importantly, from the hourly chart, it will come back again over here to build a down close body close candle, then it start to go higher. That is the high probable thing in my opinion. I think I should look for like that way. From the 1 minute chart, do I have anything? Okay, so all of the buy side has been cleared. Yeah, it didn't leave any short of buy side liquidity. There's a high probability it will fall for this sell side liquidity over here. If it's not interested to go for this buy side liquidity. Let me also see the regular trading hour opening gap. So market has open. I have this opening gap, which I'm going to mark right now. There to there quadrant level. That is the opening gap. 50% is bit cute to me. I prefer to go for a sell at first, and then we'll see if it can really go higher later. Okay, right now I'm just interested to see can it keep falling. So any sort of selling opportunity is an high probability, but not going to take any sort of sell before 10 a.m. New York local time. So I have this 1 minute gap. Okay, some candle has closed out this gap. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I have this opening gap, and this is the lower quadrant. I mean, sorry, upper quadrant of the opening gap. 50% lower quadrant. So the lower quadrant is aligned with this sell side liquidity. My highest interest to see if it can fall and go for this sell side liquidity. So accumulation, manipulation by the news, and now the distribution toward that sell side liquidity. Yep, that should be the idea. That should be the idea. I mean, this buy side liquidity is extreme buy side liquidity. If this market really would love to go for this buy side liquidity, it has to break this 50-minute last gap. It has to break this new week opening gap. Then it will go for this buy side liquidity. So that's going to be a high resistance liquidity run. But if I look for this sell side liquidity over here, that is a low resistance liquidity run. So I think it's easier for us to think about the sell side liquidity rather than the buy side liquidity. Mhm. We'll see. 1 minute. Good morning, Chatur. 1 minute till. Okay, I missed it. Good morning, Danchio. 10 a.m. we have a red folder news. So be very careful before 10 a.m. Before pushing your button, think twice. If you really would love to go for 10 a.m. news is highly suspicious news because that Fed chairman speak is kind of like I have researched it yesterday actually. It's kind of Fed chair Powell speak, okay, something like that. So that is almost the same. It can be an high risk, I'm sorry, not high resistance, highly volatile accumulation or simply like the consolidation. This is the two things that can happen around that news. So today and tomorrow, both of these days, we have that Fed chairman testifies. So you have to be very careful, okay? However, I'm just watching if it can keep falling this sell side liquidity, but I'm not interested to enter over here. Okay, so I'm not going to enter. Instead of that, I'm gonna let this go until 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., I will see if I can find some opportunity. So before 10 a.m., if the sell side is taken, I'll start to look for the buy. But to me, the best case of scenario is this market will build some sort of buy side liquidity over here. Okay, so something like maybe it will come over here one more time with this swing high, another swing high, or maybe it will engineer some buy side liquidity. Okay, something like this, and then fall, take the sell side liquidity, then start to go higher again for this buy side liquidity. That is a high probability to me, to be honest. Tapped to this lower quadrant from 15-minute chart and hourly chart. Make sure that you have opened both 15-minute chart and hourly chart. Guys, be very careful, okay? This market can simply go for this buy side liquidity, which is really so beautiful buy side liquidity. Actually, let me go to the 15-minute chart. This is really so beautiful buy side liquidity around that area. See this buy side liquidity? So what happened actually? This market has cleared this sell side liquidity. That was the sell side liquidity that has been cleared over here, okay? And then tapped to this hourly bullish gap as well as the 50-minute gap. Even though this gap is not important to me at all, but still, which is aligned with the hourly gap. Now, one more thing you have to look for here, this dealing range, low and the high. Okay. So if I go for this dealing range low and the high, which is over here, and let me actually go with the 6 on 8 level. Okay. So here is the 6 on 8 level, this black line. So to this dealing range, market came to the discounted area. And after coming to this discounted area, this market started to go higher. So it has a high probability. Maybe this market will go higher, keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity over here. This can happen. But the problem is, if you look on this small price action around that area, I need some sort of PDRA that I can use to take buy or sell. For example, when this market structure shift happened from the hourly chart, market structure shift happened, I was here and for example, okay, I was going to take a trade. I could go for a trade from here. Now, when this market started to go higher and came already to the deep premium, have no way to enter into this market again. Have to wait for this market to fall and trade a bullish period. What type of bullish period do I have over here? Nothing. Simply nothing. If I had a down close body close candle over here, maybe I could use that down close body close candle as a bullish period. As I don't have that, I don't have any sort of bullish period. So if this market really wanted to go higher because it has cleared this minor sell side liquidity, now it is going to go for this minor buy side liquidity by retracing from 6 on 8 level and tapping to this hourly last gap. It can do that. And if it really would love to do that, you have to sacrifice the trade. Now, this is really so tough. I know some of you will say, "Oh man, I can't do that." But you have the freedom to go for any sort of trade over here, right? So for this market is trading the 50-minute bullish fair value gap. Like you can use that bullish gap. Maybe there is a buying opportunity for you. You are seeing over here. I'm just not interested to take any sort of buy. Instead of that, I'm more watching this accumulation over here. Can it fall and take this accumulation, build a bullish order block for the hourly candle? If it do that, that is the high high probability to me. Okay. After doing that, I'll look for the buy. For now, like when it is going higher, I'm not thinking that this is actually keep going higher to take this buy side liquidity. Can it do that? As I explain you, of course it can do that. There is nothing wrong. It tapped to the upper quadrant of the opening gap, regular trading or opening gap. And now maybe this market will keep going higher. I have to sacrifice this trade. At least I'm not able to take the trade at the beginning of the run. I love to take the run at the beginning, but here I'm not able to do that because it's like 50-50. Now, the market is difficult to trade now these days. Why? Because look at these daily candles. It's not moving anywhere, simply nowhere. It is just consolidating sideways. So, what is going to happen? I have no idea because this is not one sided. Like this price action is so difficult to trade over here, this type of price action because they're sideways. Market is sideways. But like when the market like went higher, retrace, went higher, retrace, went higher, fall, again go up, and then consolidation, then the shit price action happened. This is the price action we are love to take trade around that area where the daily chart is so clean and market is going one sided. For other example, like still this bullish gap not broken because if you add this volume imbalance, it didn't break it. Maybe this market is respecting this daily bullish gap and it's now going to go for this extreme buy side liquidity over here, this buy side liquidity. Now, if it really would love to do that, like I have to get the confirmation. For example, this candle has closed again above this candle. Maybe I'll be able to use this candle as an order block. Overall, this order block is still holding the market. This bearish order block is still holding the market. Market structure shift, fair value gap, trade the fair value gap, down close, I mean, candle close below this candle. So this is a bearish order block. This candle has traded this weekly bullish fair value gap as well as the daily bullish fair value gap. So two time frame order block is over here. This is one time frame order block. This is two time frame order block. If you compare, this is more stronger comparing with this one time frame order block. Sorry, one time frame order block. This is more stronger. But still, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the market will really keep falling and take this sell side liquidity, which I'm not interested to see at all. As I keep saying, guys, like this low to be taken, it's something very disaster. Before September to October or October, it should not take these lows over here. Now, is it time distortion? Market is I mean, waiting for something. Of course, it can happen. So when it is low probability, you have to accept that. When it is high probability, also you have to accept that. I'm watching if I can find a selling opportunity. I'm going to frame the trade, only the sell, but I'm not going to take any sort of entry before 10 a.m. So here there is a bullish gap. I'm going to mark that bullish gap. Is that important to me? Absolutely not. But I'm just going to mark it because it has built a bullish gap. I don't have any bearish gap. See, no bearish gap. So all I have a bullish gap. So I'm going to mark it. Now, can I use these gaps? Of course, I could use this gap. But right now, I'm not interested about them. Why? Because we have 10 a.m. news. So 10 a.m. news can be a bit volatile over there. Okay. So that's why I'm not using any old fair value gap over here. So the new fair value gap after 9:30, which is here after that candle, I'm gonna mark that gap. I'm gonna see. Remember what I told you. What is the high probability? Market will fall and then come here, or maybe it will come very near to this high. It will build some sort of buy side liquidity there. Okay, some kind of buy side liquidity. Then it will fall, take the sell side liquidity. Then it will start to go for this buy side liquidity. That is the high probability. I'm waiting for that. Can it leave some buy side liquidity over there? So when I'm seeing this run is going higher, as I told you, it can simply go for this buy side liquidity, but I will watch can it actually build the buy side liquidity and then fall to go for the sell side liquidity. Why the buy side is important? If the buy side is built over here, then take the sell side liquidity. That will be one sided run. If the buy side is not built, then still I'm looking for sell because I have the sell side liquidity. That is high probability. But after taking the sell side liquidity, I will say, oh man, my hands up. I don't know what is going to happen. So after that, I have no idea what is going to happen, but falling is an high probability now rather than buying, if it makes some sense to you guys. Again, I'm not going to take any trade over here before 10 a.m. But if I see something, I'm going to mark them. However, I'm watching this gap right now. Can I use it as a reclaimed gap, as a trap gap, any kind of gap? If I can use this gap, I'll just watch it. Not going to take the trade, but I'll just going to watch it. 10 a.m. Fed Chairman Rash testifies. This might take sometimes as well as he will be answering questions. Please let me know when he's going to start his speech over there. Good morning, Sujivan. Jamil Bomdia, muito bem obrigado, tudo bem? By the way, in the meantime, I'd love to show you these things actually because this is a great opportunity. Those people who are interested about Apex, we have the biggest offer over here. Okay, so the biggest offer, I'll say like that way. The activation fees is just $59. One price, every account size is gonna cost you $59. The code is T2T. If you use that code, you are going to get like 90% discount, and it will cost you like 50K account. It's gonna cost like just only $19. You have an opportunity to buy 5 accounts all together. You don't need to go one by one. You can simply buy the bundle. So maybe $19. So 5 account is gonna be $95, I guess, uh, for 50K account. And for 100K and 150K, every single account has a 90% discount. So it's gonna cost a very small amount of money. Those people who really would love to test the water, you should go for this uh, offer. Okay, even if you don't want to go for the live price, I mean, sorry, funded account, buy some eval. Try to fill the market with the real money. That's the best thing to do while you are starting. Okay, but if you have experienced player, I mean, not player, actually trader, like you have experience for 5 years in that type of scenario, 5 3 2 years, something like that. In that type of scenario, buy like more account, 10 15 account, and then try to pass maximum of them. Okay, as much as you can pass. Then just go for the funded account and copy trade them. While you are doing the copy trade, always remember you are going to go with 1 or 2 micro contract maximum and build a small profit, $50, $100. It will take 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I don't know how many months it's going to take, but eventually when you are going to get the payout, man, you will be astonished. What the hell, man? How much I have made. So this gap has been violated and it has taken this high over here. I'm watching this high to see if it failed to take this high. If it failed to take this high and close below this gap again, I'm able to use it as a reclaimed inversion fair value gap. If this high is taken in that type of scenario, this gap doesn't have any value. Either way, I'm not going to take any trade over here. The reason is 10 a.m. the news. Okay, so I'm not going to take. Okay, some of you can think this is the market structure shift, fair value gap. Market will tap to this fair value gap and it will keep going higher for this buy side liquidity. Good man, just go for it. Just go for it. I'm just not watching it like that way. What I'm expecting here. The most expectation here, it's gonna be consolidated until 10, and finally around 10 it will fall by leaving some buy side here. That is the expectation. I can be wrong again, guys. So if you find the opportunity, go for the trade. I'm just expecting some time distortion over here, which is called the consolidation. Apex special deal for 25, 50 intraday accounts, 99, okay, $1990, actually not $19, $1990. So 20 and $24 funded account activation fees is only $59. Absolutely, brother. That is really an awesome offer. Use the code T2T. Now, like, I'm not going to take this trade. I'm gonna miss this trade. I'm gonna happy with that. But this should be the plan. Like when it is a normal time, this candle will close below this. It's gonna be used as a reclaimed inverse gap. All you have to do, you have to cover this order block. So if you can put the order block, I mean, above the high of this order block, that is the safest area. But in this type of scenario, maybe I'll be able to like the mean threshold of this order block. If the candle close below this gap, this is called reclaimed inverse gap. Learn it, man. When it is normal, you will be able to get a lot of profit over here. And then you will say take some profit and maybe you'll be able to hold the trade for this sell side liquidity, which is over here with the lower quadrant of the opening gap. Again, I'm not taking this trade because we have a trade, I mean, news around 10 a.m. So I'm gonna wait for the 10 a.m. news. After that, I'll see if I find some trading opportunity or not. Uh, 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 I wanna show you the other charts as well. Like over here, like those people who actually joined a bit later. It has cleared this sell side liquidity. It has traded this hourly bullish gap. This is the last fair value gap. It has cleared almost every single buy side liquidity over here. Trade the 50-minute last gap, which is just below the new week opening gap. This is the new week opening gap from this week. Above this new week opening gap, I have this clean buy side liquidity around that area. I have this small sell side liquidity over here, support. And from the hourly chart, I have the market structure shift fair value gap, but I don't have the order block. So what I'm expecting, this market is going to build the bullish order block from the hourly chart, then close above this bullish order block, trade that bullish order block, go for this buy side liquidity, and then for this extreme buy side liquidity over here. And finally, if it can go for this like all time high over there around that area. So first of all, I want to see this market to fall and trade this maybe this breakaway gap or the entry gap. Any of them is going to be traded at first, and then the market will start to go higher. So my first expectation, this market will fall. However, from the 15-minute chart, it is trading this gap, which is from the 8:30 a.m. New York local time CPI gap. So it is trading so for this gap so beautifully. Maybe also it has traded the upper quadrant of the opening gap, this line over here. So maybe this market will keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity. I'm gonna miss this trade in that type of scenario. Not going to take the run, at least not at the beginning of the run. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna let the market maximum to go higher until any of this quadrant level of this week, a specific week. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it very thin line, and when I'll be in 1 minute chart, which is over here, you'll be able to see the quadrant level of the week from the 15-minute chart. Okay, London low is too sexy to be ignored. Why is London low? By the way, guys, I don't look for the session liquidity, unfortunately. So if you can tell me the price, I can look for that. If I'm new to trading, then I can start watching your daily live streaming for learning without any prior knowledge. This is a tough question. What should I reply in this question? Live streaming, I try to explain the price action in live. Okay, so here I don't explain the setup. I don't explain. Actually, I explain it depending on the price action. So whatever price action is providing to me, I keep explaining them. So I actually explain everything, but you're not going to get in order. So it's not going to be in order. For example, if you go to the study folder inside the YouTube channel, you will get some videos which is in order. So what is market structure shift? What is fair value gap? What is breaker block? What is order block? What is blah 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 price action dealing range? Like everything. What type of order block you can use? Everything in order. So you will watch them one after another. You will have an overall idea how to look for the things. So when I'll talk about like reclaimed gap, yeah, I have already explained if this high is not taken, this is a valid reclaimed inverse gap. But in my video, I have explained in which type of scenario you will look for these gaps in which type of scenario you are going to ignore that, okay, something like that. So it's really a tough question to me. Either way, you have to watch the live, because in this area I actually spend most of the time to explain the direction, the bias, the reason to look for that things, all other things, okay, and how I'm gonna ignore the other setups, how I'm going to ignore the bearish 22 YT model when I'm looking for the buy, or bullish 22 YT model when I'm going to look for the sell. Even if I'm looking for a buy, but there is a bearish 22 YT model, how do I scalp over there? In this type of scenario, I actually explain while I'm doing live. So that's why I keep talking. Okay, I talk too much, guys. I mean, too much. But when I'm going to explain them, I know it's repeatedly I'm explaining, but still, uh, I hope like those people who are new, they'll get benefited over here. No, you need to watch at least 22 YT video of Michael. Of course, you have to watch that as well. So 7 minutes left before the news. I highly appreciate if it keep. See, this is called time distortion. So maybe I would look for a buy over here, or maybe I would look for a sell over here, ignoring 10 a.m. news, which is very important. Again, maybe I would get chopped up over here because my market is waiting for something. So when you should enter, where is the high probable time to enter? When the market is not waiting for something, it is just interested to leave the area. How do I know that? Like silver bullet zone, more importantly, 30 area, like 10:30, 9:30, 11:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, something like that area, okay? Or the silver bullet zone, okay? That is the area where market doesn't want to spend time. Instead of that, it would love to move that area. And when it is going to wait the time, most of the time, if you have any sort of news, okay, maybe around 10, there will be no volatility at all, okay. So it will be a normal candle, like this type of candles. We don't know. We don't really know that. But this is a clear time distortion. Market is waiting for something and it's building the buy side liquidity. Still, I didn't see any sort of clean buy side liquidity over here. But still, I'm expecting it will build some sort of buy side liquidity. Okay. And so far, this gap is holding the market around here. Look, I'm ignoring this bullish gap, that bullish gap. I'm giving the priority to that gap. Some of you will say this is the first presented gap. I agree with you, but I'm watching after 9:30. Okay. So after 9:30, this market didn't build any bearish gap. Until now, there is not even a single bearish gap. So I have the first bullish gap, which is here. I'm going to watch it. And when I'm going to get the first bearish gap, I'm going to mark that bearish gap as well. So it's not something like I have the bullish gap, I'm ignoring those bullish gap here and here. I'm ignoring them. Instead of that, I'm keeping this gap over here because after 9:30, when the market open, remember the market opened around 9:30. This is the bullish gap. After 9:30, where is the first bearish gap? I'm gonna watch that bearish gap as well because they're very important to me. However, the YM is extremely bullish, to be honest. NQ is consolidating, while ES is also consolidating. So all of them are almost like waiting for something, okay, except the YM. YM is extremely bullish, but still this is not outside of the range of 830. So still it is waiting for something. So let's wait for the first bearish gap. I hope I'll find that gap within a very short period of time. Let's see if it can do that. I'm gonna mark that bearish gap as well. Remember, guys, prior to 9:30, the gap is highly important. Prior to 9:30. So, for example, I am bearish. I'm not going to take any short of sell as long as this gap is not broken from 15-minute chart. Prior to 9:30, whatever, if I'm bearish, I'll look for any sort of bullish gap that is respecting before 9:30. I will wait for that gap to be broken. If I'm bearish and if I'm seeing that market is actually respecting any sort of bearish gap, not respecting any bullish gap. If I'm bearish, listen to me very carefully. If I'm bearish and I'm seeing there is no bullish gap, market is respecting, instead of that, market is respecting any sort of bearish gap. Anytime the market will give me a selling opportunity, I'm gonna take that sell. But if I am bearish, market is respecting any bullish gap, have to wait for that gap to be broken. This called to the prior to 9:30 gap. It is a very, 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 very important gap. If you keep marking them, you will be able to find a lot of winning trade. For example, if I go yesterday's price action, what is that? Okay. So this is the yesterday's price action around here. If you guys remember, I was bullish, but look at this market. Prior to 9:30, before 9:30, what was it was doing? It was respecting this gap. So as long as this market is above this gap, I'm good to go to take any sort of buy if there is any buy. Okay, so this is 9:30 candle. Market closed below this. I should start to look for a selling opportunity from there, depending on the gap. If I'm looking for a buy, for example, I'm looking for a buy. In that type of scenario, I can't take any sort of sell. I have to just let the sell go. And when the market will come very near or it will take some liquidity, I will target this gap as my buy side as long as it is not going to close above this gap. So this is the candle that has closed. And if there is a buying opportunity, I'll of course go for that buying opportunity. Otherwise, like this is how you will look for the prior to 9:30 gap. Like today, I'm interested to look for a sell. Why? Because I have this sell side liquidity, right? And it is respecting prior to 9:30 gap, which is over here. So if even if I would love to take a sell, I should not frame any sell over here. I should wait for this gap to be broken from 50 meter. Then I should feel free to go for a sell. Okay, so still this market is waiting for 2 more minutes. Wait, look what I told you. The best case of scenario. What is going to happen? That is the best case of scenario, guys. Market will build some sort of buy side liquidity here. Okay, some kind of buy side liquidity will be built over there, and then market will fall, take the sell side liquidity. If it happens, the liquidity will be open over there. Remember, so some of you will say, brother, if I am interested to take a sell, then I should wait for buy side to be taken. But remember, the buy side has already been taken over here. This line or this candle has cleared 99% of the buy side liquidity has been cleared over here, and it has traded the 50-minute last fair value gap. So now as I'm overall bullish, I need to see some liquidity to be open so that market can fall, take the sell side liquidity. Later, it can target that buy side liquidity over there. Okay, if it make any sense to you. Again, I can be wrong. Maybe this market will simply keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity. I'll miss this trade, and at least I'm gonna miss the trade at the beginning of the run. But what is the benefit? I have successfully I have avoided this whole consolidation. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel. If any of you are new over here, Apex has 90% discount and $59 activation fees. The code is T2T. Also, if any of you are interested about Lucid trading, which is really good, please make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard, which has 40% discount. For Tradify daily payout, this is awesome. 40% discount as well. The code is same, T2 Wizard. And for the trade day, where there is no buffer. That is also very good thing actually. With substitute of take profit trader, we have 50% discount. Make sure you have used the code T2 Wizard. So this is the new candle. Let's see what is going to happen with this candle. And so far, this market has built a bullish gap from the hourly chart. So I'm gonna mark that hourly bullish gap. A very small gap, but I'm gonna mark that gap. Okay. So over here, this is the hourly bullish gap. I'm gonna keep this gap over here. From the hourly chart, this is the hourly bullish gap. What I'm interested to see, this market to fall. I can be wrong. It can start to go higher. I'm going to sacrifice that trade. However, this gap is not valid anymore to use it as a reclaimed inverse gap. Why? Because it takes too long right here. Still, it didn't close below this gap. So I'm not interested to use this gap as my reclaimed inverse gap anymore. I'm watching this buy side is going to be built over here. See this high and that high. They're building as a buy side liquidity. Now need to see any sort of bearish model over here to take the sell. Still now I don't have any bearish gap, so I'm still waiting to see some sort of bearish gap. If you find any trading opportunity or maybe you are bullish, when I'm looking for a sell, you maybe are looking for a buy. Go for it, man. Don't hesitate. Simply go for that trade. I don't want you to miss the trade because of me. But I'm just here. Everyone see the market by their own eyes, right? So I'm seeing it as a bear market. Maybe you're seeing it as a bull market. So if you're seeing it as a bull market, go for the buy. I'm watching if it can shift this low so that I can take a sell from the bearish 22 YT model. If it can shift this low over here with a bearish fair value gap. In that type of scenario, I'll try to find a sell for this sell side liquidity, depending on the stop loss, of course. If I see the stop loss is too much, then I will wait for the order block. Maybe. Okay, I'm not sure about that. But right now, I'm waiting to see if it can shift the market. Remember, this is the only swing low which is valid for shifting market structure, not this low. It is not a valid swing low to shift the market structure. So if this low is shifted, I'm gonna get the market structure shift where I have already got it. Okay. Any kind of sell right now, I'm gonna take that sell because the news has already been released. Maybe the Fed is still talking, but I'm gonna take this sell. Okay, it's 43 handle. At least I should put it here. 38 handle. I'm gonna take this risk, okay? Hold it until here. If it provide me the entry, I'm gonna take this trade for today. We'll go with 3 micro contract. That is gonna cost me $231. It's good. The problem will begin if it build another bearish gap over here. In that type of scenario, I won't be able to enter because I'm not able to enter from the entry gap and going to cover the whole breakaway gap. So I've got the market structure shift. I'm going to take this sell. If it gave me the opportunity, I'm gonna take the sell from this gap. I'm gonna try to hold it until this sell side liquidity, but in the meantime, I'll try to take a partial around 1:1. So something like here. I'll try to take the partial here if I get the opportunity. I need also the immediate reaction. So after this candle close, because there is a very small gap. After this candle close, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna count the candle, five candle maximum. I highly appreciate if it failed to trade this hourly gap because if it trade this hourly gap, the sell is low probability. So after this candle close, I'm gonna wait for 5 candle. Okay. Again, guys, it can be highly volatile because he's still talking. He's answering the question maybe, but I'm gonna catch this trade with the lowest possible stop loss. We'll see. So this candle didn't leave any gap. So I have to start counting from this candle. One, two. This is the second candle. Within 5 candle, I need the entry. I can miss this trade because if it really would love to use this gap and then really fall, I'll miss this trade. Uh, Unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. And the low probable, the sell is gonna be low probability if it tap to this hourly gap. That's gonna be a low probable sell. So if I see it has tapped to this gap, maybe I will switch my mind and I will go for 2 micro contract only. Just because it is a low probability. Maybe. If I miss the trade, I'm absolutely good with that. Okay. So market was overzealous, didn't give me the entry. I'm cool with that. And I think it's missing me. So I'm not going to take this trade. I'm gonna let it go. If it took me, oh man, already I had an opportunity to take 72 handle. Oh, that was awesome. However, I'm still watching if it can fall, but it didn't give me the entry over here. So I waited for the model, I waited for the consolidation, I waited for the data to release, and then I find the setup. That is the most important thing. I found the setup. I tried to take it. Maybe it would work, maybe it wouldn't work. I don't care. But that was the model. I wanted to take the sell from there, but it missed me, and I'm just gonna let this go because it has already fall a lot, and it is now trading the hourly gap. Also, it came here to this area around the 1 minute chart. So I'm just gonna let it go. But it's still watching this sell side liquidity. If it provide me another opportunity, I will go for that. Okay. If any of you got the trade, congratulations, by the way. Hey Ravi, how are you, man? 933 is not a valid bearish gap. 933. Do I have a bearish gap? I don't see any bearish gap, by the way, brother. Oh, there is a small. Sorry, there was a small gap actually. I need to mark that gap. I really don't look for this type of gap, but I want to mark that gap because it will give you something that will help you to understand why this is important. Again, I don't look for this type of small gaps. Just look at these gaps. That gap. See this candle? Where did it tap to this bearish gap? to be honest. I don't look for this type of gaps because they're very small, very hard to find. But still, look at the precision from that gap. That's why you always have to mark the first bear gap and bull gap, and then you have to look for them. It's not something like you are going to take the buy sell from there. You will keep watching them. Can they help you to frame a trade from there, brother? By the way, thank you so much for showing me that. It was very small, brother, by the way. Thank you, Trader Cups, for saying that, but I missed the trade. Right now, this market is trading the daily bullish gap top. This is the daily bullish gap high. Also, the hourly bullish fair value gap. Okay. So, I'm expecting some sort of reaction that's going to send the market here to this gap and build a bearish order block. Then maybe I'll find another opportunity to take the sell from that order block. In other word, it came actually very low over here, but still I have still the sell side liquidity here, and market didn't trade the last fair value gap from 1 minute chart. So I'm not really worrying about taking any other sell. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. If 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 any of you would love to take the sell, okay, so you wanna take the sell from this bearish gap. Of course, you can do that, man. I have no problem. You please go for it. But remember, you are still a beginner. You are not even a trader, okay? You are still a beginner. This is called chasing the market. Don't chase the market. Never, ever, ever chase the market. But again, you can take the sell from here. Maybe market will simply keep falling from there and take the sell side liquidity. So please go for it if you look for that. But this is a gap you should avoid. This gap is not valid. It is valid to take buy, but not valid to take the sell. So if my bias was bullish, I could use this gap to take the buy. Why? Before entering to the higher time frame point of interest, that is the last gap. Before entering to the higher time frame point of interest. So for example, I was looking for a buy for this buy side liquidity for the sake of this conversation. Okay. So I'm interested to see this buy side to be taken. And I have seen this type of scenario. Market closed above this. I'm gonna take a buy from here for this buy side liquidity. I'm not bullish, so I'm not taking any sort of buy. However, guys, it is actually falling for the sell side liquidity, but it didn't take me. Unfortunately, it didn't take me. Otherwise, I would have already been profitable. My first partial would be 1:1, second partial to the top of this hourly gap, third partial to this last fair value gap. Still, I know that market didn't come to this last gap, but I would start to look for the last closing my trade exactly to this last fair value gap. I would never, ever, ever hold my trade until the extreme liquidity. That is called gambling. I want to show you something else actually. Look at this, sorry, here. Look at this NQ chart from 15 minute. It is so far trading the 50-minute bullish gap, and this is the hourly bullish gap as well. Okay. From the ES, it is also trading the entry gap. It's cool because when the market is going higher, ES is much more stronger. So, of course, you can expect some sort of bullish SMT around that area. That is also cool. Look at this guy, YM. I don't give a shit, man. You guys are falling. I don't give a shit. I'm going to the moon. So later come back and follow me. But now these days we don't use the Dow anymore because this is really disaster. Every day he is just opposite of the run every single day. So that's why we don't use it anymore. But this is something you should keep that in your mind. Okay. So here this that low, yeah, that low. See here, it is a pure SMT, bullish SMT, the real bullish SMT. I'm not saying that it is going higher. If my bias was bullish, then maybe there was no sell side liquidity. Maybe I would start to look for a buying opportunity. But as my bias is not bullish, I'm not going to frame any buy setup right now. But like, look at this beautiful SMT. That is really good SMT. I can do a small scalp from this gap. I'm just not sure. Depending on the price, I'll do that. But right now, I'm more interested to see this market to fall and trade at least the last gap from 1 minute chart. Again, guys, there is a small gap. Okay, this candle high, this candle low. There is a small gap over here. You can look for this as your last gap. I look for this type of gap that is really so beautiful to see. Okay, but it can simply violate this and start to respect maybe this gap over here, a very small gap over there. I don't care, but as long as this is so clean to see, I'm gonna use them as my last gap. at least 5 handle gap, something like that. Short-term sell side liquidity taken. Mhm, I can see it. Still, market didn't trade the gap, so still it has some unfinished business. It has to come here, it has to build the order block, and then maybe it will fall again, maybe. I'm thinking about a short-term scalping from this gap. I'm just worrying about the stop loss. This is called a scalping, guys. I mean, it's like very tight stop loss. Like if it works good, if it doesn't work, also good. Something like very small scalping idea. So if it close above this gap, I think I'll find some beautiful scalp idea over here. Let's see. This is called the reaction from the last gap, from the hourly bullish gap, from the daily bullish gap, from everywhere. It is called the reaction until the unfinished business. So I'll see if I can find that unfinished small scalping. If it really would love to do that. I prefer some bull gap to open over here. Some kind of bull gap to open over here. That's gonna be very important. This is I'm going against my bias. So it is called like scalping. Like, see, I'm going to go with the 3 micro contract. My stop loss is very tight. Just going to cover the gap if it has some gap. Okay, it doesn't have any gap. Either way, I mean, maybe I won't be able to take it. Market will not go higher. Still respecting. So body close above this, the entry is valid. Body didn't close, no entry is valid. But I would love to take a sell. Please go for it. It's called chasing market. Don't chase the market. That is my advice. Don't chase the market. You wanna take a sell, wait for the buy side manipulation at first. If it doesn't want to take you, it will keep falling. Let it fall. Don't touch it. Simply don't touch it. Let it go, man. You always have to enter at the beginning of the run. If you fail to enter at the beginning of the run, you have to wait for the retracement. For example, like this type of scenario. Like that was the run started. So you got the entry over here. Good. If you don't get it, wait for this leg to happen. Then start to look for sell from here and then fall. Then if you miss it here, you have to wait for that area. As long as the sell side or your target is not going to be cleared. How do I know how long this can be retraced? Just mark the high and the low and go for the 6 on 8 level. See this 6 on 8 level over here, 50% 6 on 8 level. Just give the priority. This market will come any of this line before falling. So if you are in a you want to take any trade, you have to wait for this candle to come over here. Ah, man, that was really an awesome trade. It just didn't take me, unfortunately. So finally came to the last gap from 1 minute chart. I think it will keep falling and take the sell side liquidity. But still, I told you guys what is going to happen. It's going to build the buy side liquidity, gonna leave that buy side liquidity open. See this swing highs. It's gonna open it, leave it open, then fall, take the sell side liquidity, then target that buy side liquidity. So all the fall, that is a high probability. I will try to catch the fall. If I miss the fall, after clearing the sell side liquidity and trading a bullish PDRA, I will start to look for the buy for this buy side liquidity. So whatever is going to happen, I'm not worrying about them. You know what is going to happen before even everything has done. And for example, if you find a sell over here around that area, maybe you got the sell. You don't need to hold the trade until the sell side liquidity. You will simply take the entry, take some partial, and close the trade to the most logical level, wherever you are thinking this is the most logical level. However, they all are broken, so I'm gonna remove them. This is that sell side liquidity which is aligned with the lower quadrant of the opening gap. This sell side liquidity, okay, accumulation. So I'll let this go. But this is really so frustrating when you want to enter and just market missed you for some ticks, some handle, and then you are seeing these candles. Like these two candle is more than enough for being profitable. Just this 2 minute is more than enough for being profitable because this is 100 handle. Unfortunately, we missed the trade. I missed the trade. I don't know some of you already got it or not, but I missed the trade. Jamie, good morning, brother. How are you? I entered manually. Boom. Thanks, wizard. You are most welcome, Jai. And congratulations for your boom. The fair blue cap 1001 is the zero point 0.6 of the fall. 1001 is the zero point 0.6 of the fall. Zero point 0.6, what do you mean by that, brother? Beautiful testify, not start yet. Okay. Oh, sorry. Be careful. Testify not yet. Start yet. Okay. Let me know that. I am believing this market will go higher. Okay. So first, I need to see this sell side to be cleared, and after that, I'm believing this market will go higher again by using that testify. So I believe that I'll get an buying opportunity over here. I hope so. Some of you are seeing this is an extremely bearish market. What the hell is this guy is talking about? He's talking about this market will go higher again. And I have already explained you right what I'm expecting around that area. I have told you that I want to see this liquidity to be, to be built around that area. Because if it doesn't do that, I won't be able to take any trade after clearing this sell side liquidity. But if it build the liquidity, I'm gonna think about buy again. Please let me know when the testify is going to start. Ali Jali, please let me know that. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new over here. We have Apex, a beautiful or great opportunity, a big, like offer over here. The activation fees is gonna cost just $59. Okay, just use the code T2T because all other accounts is gonna go. You are going to get 90% discount. This is a great opportunity. It is valid until 21st of July, but until Tuesday. So this is really a great opportunity. If any of you are interested to go for it, please make sure you have used the code T2T. See what I told you here, everything was there except the entry. Okay, unfortunately. One candle simply could tap over here and then keep falling. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. Good. You have to accept that. Sometimes shit happens. It has taken this low as well. That low has also been taken with a shallow run. But the sell side liquidity is over here. So still the sell side liquidity is over there. That is the sell side liquidity over here. So still it is left open. I'm still waiting to see if it can fall. Like for example, if it starts to go higher now, what I will do, I'll simply look for this line to this line, and I'll watch if the market can come around that area. If it come over here, I'm gonna take the sell again from that area because I know that this market is interested to give me another opportunity to take the sell because the sell side is still open over here and it didn't trade any bullish period, right? This low as a obvious liquidity. What the people are seeing, if I were a retail trader, what I would see over here, and gonna mark it until that area. Look at this zone, man. This market it is nearly impossible for the market to break this zone. See how strong this zone is. From where this market is coming from, 15-minute last fair value gap. There is any selling zone? No. But there any buying zone? Wow, man. Wow. Just wow. This is a very strong support. Nobody can break this zone. What I'm going to do, waiting for this market to retrace until 50% or 6 on 8 level, and then I'm gonna take sell again. Can take a buy over here, no buying opportunity around that area. Any short of buy here is called gambling. Don't gamble. But brother, market is going higher now. I have to let this go. Why? Because market left that zone open, the sell zone open. All I need to see this market to come either to this 50% or the 6 on 8 level. Okay. Remember, this is the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. Okay, I'm gonna clean my chart a bit because that was the week I showed you from the 15-minute chart. It has tapped to the low of this week, so it didn't trade even the 50% lower quarter. So it's not important anymore. I'm gonna leave it. Remove it from my chart. This is the regular trading or opening gap. So I'm gonna go back again here. This is the 50% of the range, dealing range high, dealing range low. Look, I'm not looking for here. I'm not looking from there. I'm looking from there. Why? This is the buy side liquidity. And I have the extreme low over here. So this and this is important. as well as this high has cleared this high. So you can look for this line over here as well, but like they're very similar. Okay, that's why I'm just using this high, because this high has also cleared a swing high. So if you really would love to mark it from here, that is also valid. But I'm just going to use it from there because they're very similar, like over here. So where the market came, 50%. I'm still not convinced. I want to see this market to go a bit more higher, maybe 6 on 8 level, and more importantly, if it can come to this gap. It doesn't need to come to this gap, but at least this line to be traded over here. From where? From this beautiful support zone. Man, this is going higher now to take this buy side liquidity. Go for the buy, brother. Whenever you find the opportunity, take the buy. I highly appreciate it. Some of you can see the VRAP. So you're seeing the VRAP, market will go higher. Maybe it will go higher. Maybe this is the market structure shift. And then market will come around the 50% again, like from here to here, the 50% area, it will come to this 50% and then keep going higher. It can also happen. I'm not going to take it. I'm waiting to see if it can come here. Okay, so it tapped to the 6 on 8 level, but unfortunately, that's a random level to me. Okay, even though it has tapped to the 6 on 8 level, dealing range high, dealing range low, this that 6 on 8 level perfectly tapped it. But look at this from 15-minute chart. Like, yeah, I can use this bearish gap from the CPI. I can use it, but to be honest, there is no bearish gap over here from 15-minute chart, and it is respecting this bullish gap from 15-minute chart, right? So what I'm interested to see, can it come over here, okay, to this gap, to this old 22 bearish model. So I'm going to remove this thing because you have already seen market came where it has to come. The 6 on 8 level has already been traded. I'm just not going to take any trade from here, just going to wait a bit more to see if it can come over here, then fall. Otherwise, if it keep falling, I will take a small scalp while it will inverse this gap. I'm going to use it as a reclaimed gap. As long as this liquidity is not going to be taken, this is a valid reclaimed gap to take the sell. However, guys, this is the most funniest thing actually. This hourly gap from the hourly chart is still holding the market. This candle high, this candle low. This is the hourly gap. It is still holding the market. Yeah, that is a very long week, but still that is holding the market. Could I take the buy? I would start to look for a buy if this sell side liquidity was taken already. As it is not taken, I'm not looking for any short of buy. Again, there could be a very small scalping idea. I'll look for that if it come around that area. Okay, so in this area, if it come and build a bullish order block, I'll look for a small scalping idea until this gap over here, because from here to here, market structure shift, fair value cap, as I'm still expecting market will fall, I will wait for the confirmed entry. What is that? Bullish order block entry. So if it come around that area, I'll start to look for a bullish order block entry. Otherwise, I'll just wait for this market to keep falling so that I can take a sell. If it make any sense to you guys. You already mentioned. Okay. I have already mentioned that. So grateful that I have the same analysis. Okay, I can see that you and me have we have the same analysis, man. I'm improving because I'm doing the same thing like other people are doing. I'm improving. Thanks so much. Hey, Heidi, yeah, that is Apex. If any of you are interested about Apex, yeah, that is Apex. Man, all you have to do when you are funded, just go maximum with 2 micro contract. That is all you have to do. Make sure your stop loss is logical, and you always go for 1:1 partial. That's at least 1:1 partial, okay? No below than 1:1. If you can do this, you are absolutely safe to get your payout. No denial. So this is really a great opportunity, okay? Whoever is interested, make sure you have used the code T2T. Look how I'm breaking this market, right? This is a small price action. I'm breaking it. So from 9:30 until now, I'm breaking the market. How I'm breaking it, and when I'm waiting, and when I'm deciding to take an entry. Like yesterday, on Friday, you have seen some losing trade, right? Because of that tweet, 10:32 tweet, 10:16 tweet by Trump. That is something nobody can expect. Okay. Otherwise, the whole plan was absolutely good. If you avoid that tweet, I was looking for buy. Both of the days, market went higher. At least gave you the opportunity to take the partial. Okay, so it came back again here, but it still didn't tap to this gap. I highly appreciate if it trade that gap at first. But I don't think so. I need to wait for that. This is really tough moment to take the decision. I mean, if it trade this gap, I'm good to go with any sort of bearish order block to take the sell. If it trade this gap, if it fail to trade this gap, there's a high probability market will take a small swing low, which is called the liquidity taken, and then market will come back again over here around that area. Still, I'm watching the 50% and the 618 level of this delinquents high to low. Why this high? This high has been cleared over here. This is the delinquents high for a short period of time. Internal delinquents, by the way, and then it will trade any of this line. I'll see if it can reverse from there. Anytime it will close below this gap, I'm gonna take the sell from this gap for this sell side liquidity. If it close below this gap, but it could be awesome if it could tap to this gap. That could be awesome. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. It came here, and more importantly, again, I don't look for this type of things. 90% of the time, I don't look for this type of things. But this is a very small gap. I think it has tapped over here, or no, it didn't actually. It missed it by a tick, but I thought that it has tapped over here. The first gap after 9:30. I don't look for this type of things. Okay, so this low has taken over here, and the 50% is still not been traded. I really would love to see it to be traded, this 50%. Remember, the sell is only valid if the market close below this gap. Otherwise, no sell is valid. The sell would be valid. Like I would start to look for bearish 22 IT model from there because I've already got the retracement. But the only problem is it didn't trade this gap over here. That is the only problem. Okay, that's why I'm not looking for this as a market structure shift fair value gap to take the sell. So it came where to the 50% of this bullish delinquents because it is left open. Market didn't trade this area. So I'm watching. Can it really would love to go over here from this 50%? And in that type of scenario, I'll watch for some sort of scalping, small scalping. I think I can go for it. So I'm gonna try this one. This dual lowest down close. Highly risky, but I'm gonna try this one. Okay. From this order block, a small scalping for this gap over here. If it takes me, by the way, and stop loss just below that order block. Target is this. Okay. I'm gonna go with 3 micro contract. First, let's wait for this candle to close and then put the limit order. Hope so. It will take me and it's going to work. I'll put it there for now. I'll just adjust them. Okay. After getting the entry, I'll just adjust them. If I get the entry, if I don't get it, that is again a bad luck. But I have shown you the idea how to frame the trade. Again, maybe it will keep falling. I'm gonna get stopped out. Cool with that. But this is a very small scalping idea. So I'm going to go with the lowest levers possible. Like 3 micro contract is good to me. And I'm watching the word block low is cover. I think I'll put it a bit lower actually. A bit lower. Okay, just one to handle lower around that area. Let's see if it can text me. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. First trade, it didn't take me. I too tried to take the sell over here, if you guys remember. From there to, I think it was here. That was the first I tried, but it didn't take me. This is the second try. I'm trying to go for it. Let's see if it take me. This is just an scalping idea. Okay. So whenever it will give me the 1:1 partial, I'm gonna take some partial over there for sure. A bit more. Come on, man. I know it will fall. Okay, there you go. I'm already in a trade. I'll see 1:1 partial at first. So which is 30 handles. I'll try to take a partial over here if it provide me that opportunity. 1:1 partial, okay? And then I'll try to take the second partial over here. However, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna get stopped out just below the order block. Okay, I got the partial. So my stop loss is going to be the break even. Remember, this is just an scalping idea. And my second partial is going to be this gap, which is an unfinished business over here, this gap, okay? Stop loss where? To the break even. I'm out of my risk. And last contract, I will hold it until this buy side liquidity. By any chance, I'm wrong. Market is not interested to fall. Instead of that, it would love to go for this buy side liquidity. I'll go for this buy side liquidity. Okay. By any chance, if it really interested to come over here. By any chance, I'm wrong about the bias or like it will keep going higher in that type of scenario. Okay. Come on, man. That's a very logical level. Okay. Please tap over here. Okay. I got the second partial. Gonna keep my stop loss to the break even. Okay, just going to keep it. And I'm gonna hold it until this buy side liquidity. I'm not saying it is coming over here. Any kind of selling opportunity right now, I'm gonna take this sell. But I will hold it if my thinking process is wrong and market is really interested to go for this buy side liquidity and it's not interested to take this sell side liquidity. In that type of scenario, I'll hold the trade until this area. I have already cleared my maximum portion over here. This is called like something I'm trying my luck. If it really would love to go higher, okay? So in that type of scenario, it has to leave this gap open. If it really would love to go for that buy side liquidity. I'm not adding anything over here. I'm not doing something stupid over here because I know this market will fall. But still I'm trying to hold it by any chance if it really would love to go for this buy side liquidity, okay? Even you don't need, okay, I don't know, okay. I think I got 134 handle. This is very unusual candle, okay? For example, I was in a sale and it happened. That's a very unusual candle. I think the Testify has started. Because of that, it's a 74 handle candle, okay? So this is something you have to avoid trading right now. So today, I think I read the market in a very nice way so far. Took the buy from the order block, take a partial around to 1:1, tried the second partial to the most logical level and tried my luck. If it really interested to take this buy side liquidity, just tried my luck. And that's a boom, guys. Why it always asking for the verification? Come on. Remember the losing day? Losing day yesterday? Profit over here. So if I was try to mitigate my loss yesterday, remember yesterday PM session was disaster. Maybe I would have end up with $700 loss, $500 loss, $400 loss. So overall, I lose like nearly $553. I have already recovered $461. What should I do now? Simply don't push the button anymore. That is the all I have to do. I have to come back again tomorrow. You have to walk away while you have this type of raid. You have to walk away because the next day is going to be a winning day. You have to believe like this way. It could be a losing day as well. However, guys, is there anyone who got the same trade with me? I missed this trade unfortunately because market didn't give me that trade. Otherwise, that would be another like run was like nearly 171 handle run, but it missed me just by a tick. So I tried the entry from the order block. Remember the 50% of these delinquents here to here, 50%. I didn't take the buy from the random level. Why this is the order block, brother? It didn't tap to this gap. Why this is the order block? Because this candle has traded the entry fair value gap. This is the entry gap. This is the breakaway gap. Market structure shift or market structure shift, entry gap, breakaway. What you are thinking? It's going to go higher? Of course not, man. I'm bearish. I'm watching if this market can fall and take this sell side liquidity. So now I will see if it provide me any sort of selling opportunity. But this is not valid anymore. That 22 IT model is not valid anymore. Why? Because the high, origin high is already been taken over here. So the sell from the gap is not valid anymore. No order block is valid anymore over here. Anyone else got the sell with me? Guys, please write down the boom to the comment box, man. Come on. Push the like button, subscribe to our channel, and write the boom. Please, man. I want to see some boom from here. Really? Just Jamil? Thank you so much, Jamil. At least for writing boom to me. And for the penguin. Louis Futures, did you enter of an unicorn model? No, I just entered from that order block, brother. This order block. Sorry, I missed the comment, guys. Thank you, Jamie, for writing boom, man. Don't you? Thanks for writing boom. Mugid, thank you, man. Peksu, boom, thank you, man. Can we all pause for a second and hit the like button? Appreciate it. Thank you, TP, for writing boom. Jill, partners. I love you guys. Now, Jahura Aziz, boom, thank you so much, man. Didn't take the trade, but awesome trade, boom for you. Thank you, Reflect and Grow, brother. I missed the entry, bro. No worries, man. Missing entry. I missed this trade, man. That was the best setup ever. I missed it. What I'm looking for right now. Buy? No way. Yeah, it's true that market is respecting that bullish gap. Everything is respecting, but the sell side is really so awesome to me. I'm not going to ignore the sell side liquidity. I'm more interested to see the sell side liquidity. Even though it has traded the opening gap 50%, everything has been done over here in a very beautiful way. But sell side liquidity is too cute to me. If it doesn't give me the entry from here, I'll wait for this market to come to this area and then we'll look for sell again. No buy is valid to me. If I were interested to take the buy, I have to look for the buy at the beginning of the run. If I were bullish, if I am bearish, I have to look for the run at the beginning of the run. At the middle, no entry is valid. For example, this is a bullish market. How it is going to go higher? If you are bullish, okay, this is how you have to look for the buy from there. And how you are going to look for this from there? 1 minute chart. Take the liquidity, market structure here, fair value gap, boom. Again. Okay, this type of scenario, okay? Remember, don't chase the market. Never ever chase the market. Even if I miss the trade from here to here, I don't give a shit. But don't chase the market. If you chase the market, that's gonna cost you, man, a lot. Trading in the zone. Thanks for writing boom, brother. Boom, got 20 Apex account under your code. I love you, brother. Thanks for using the code. Guys, I want to show you one more time actually, because some people has joined already. This is the Apex. Right now, this is really a great opportunity. I don't look for, I mean, show this type of things like again and again. But today I'm showing it. Rest of the days I'm going to show this actually, because this is really a great offer. Like $59 for activation fees is too cheap for Apex, and you are going to get 20 accounts, funded account all together. All you have to do, you have to go with 2 micro contract entry when you are going to get the funded account. So try to pass 20 funded account and then just go keep going like two micro contract. Stop when you are losing like a small amount of losses. You stop over there and you are going to stop with a huge amount of profit. Like 50K account is gonna cost you $19.90, I guess, something like that. But everything has 90% discount. Okay, every single thing has 90% discount. The code is T2T. That is the code for Apex. So if any of you are interested, make sure you have used the code T2T and you are going to get that 90% discount. Habibi, done for the day. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, brother. If you are profitable, don't take any other trade. I'm going to take the trade if I see any opportunity to this account. I don't need it. Look over here. I'm just trying to show you this. How much do I need to make more? Like I think okay, I had need to make $1,000, so I have made 440, 60. So it's gonna cost 500, maybe 560, $40. I have to make more to pass this account. Again, I'm not interested to make the payout. I'm just interested to pass and let them go. All the accounts I'm going to give it away. Okay, so tomorrow I'll give you another account from Lucid Trading, and you also have that 40% discount if you use the code T2Wizard for the Lucid account. I'm not able to trade the Apex from Bangladesh. It's actually Apex. Okay, it's actually, you can see here. Sorry, but you are in a country that has been blocked from accessing our service. Otherwise, I would show you how to pass 20 accounts, make them funded account, because this is too cheap. I'm just not able to do that. So that's why I'm not buying any account from the Apex while we have this beautiful opportunity. However, if any of you are interested about Lucid Trading, make sure you have used the code T2Wizard. And guys, please push the like button. How many likes? Okay, 87 people are watching. I have 34 likes. Can you guys please push some like button before we go furthermore? Look for the next trade. Joy, boom, thanks Wizard holding a runner. Hold it, man. Runner holding. I don't have any objection, but I think you should close the trade, in my opinion. But you can hold it, man. Again, wow, such a small stop loss. Absolutely, brother. I love the small stop loss. That is the more important thing. I mean, if the stop loss is smaller, I don't give a shit about the losing trade. But if the stop loss is so big, I don't give even shit about the winning trade, because winning trade doesn't matter. If you are wrong, you are going to get a huge loss. Can the question above be answered in the comments? What is the question, Eagle Sniper? What was the question? Eagle Sniper. Have you be done? Okay. Where is the question? What was the question? Can you please write down one more time? Apex never pays, man. They find way. No, man. They paid a lot of amount. As I told you, all you have to do, just go with 2 micro contract. This is, if they deny you, after that I'm gonna pay you. I'm going to pay you if they deny you. All you have to do, go with maximum 2 to 3 micro contract, and always take the partial or close the trade around 1:1. Don't take the partial or close the trade below 1:1. Don't trade around the news, by the way. Like news trade maybe is forbidden for the Apex. I'm not sure about that. I forgot that, man. But yeah, this is absolutely good. Nothing is going to happen. Guys, please push the like button, okay? 92 people are watching, 40 likes is still. I need some more likes at first. I have a very small amount of viewers. It's still 92 people. I'm doing it for nearly 3 years. Still, I have a live viewers like 92 people, 100 people, something like that. But still, I'm asking you for that likes, because the information I'm providing you, this is valueless, man. I mean, however, guys, I'm going to take another sale actually. Let me see if my stop loss is smaller or bigger. Yeah, 24 handle. I'm gonna take this sell. I'll go with 2 micro contract, I guess. Stop loss is over here, which is going to cover only the breakaway gap. So market went higher. Take the buy side liquidity. Market structure shift, not a beautiful market structure shift. Entry fair value gap over here around that area. Okay, I'm not going to close the trade over here, so I'm gonna keep it around that area. Entry fair value gap. This is the breakaway gap. I'm just going to cover the breakaway gap over here with my stop loss. Let me see if I can put my stop loss a bit higher. Okay, 30 handle is good. It is also good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the stop loss around 30 handle with 2 micro contract. For example, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna get $120 loss. Okay. At the same time, I'm going to look for 1:1 partial. The same logic. Yesterday I was a bit greedy. To be honest, guys, I was a bit greedy. So I'm gonna take a partial over here, which is 1:1 around that area. If I get the okay, I already got the partial. I told you what to do over here. It's not a random trade. I'm not entering over here randomly. I took the entry, and now my stop loss should be at the break even. I'm not going to put it at the break even. I'm gonna put it just above the order block. Okay, you don't need to do that. I'm going to hold the trade. I never, ever, ever hold the trade for the extreme liquidity. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take my uh close my trade exactly to this last fair value gap. But brother, it is going to take the sell side limit. I don't give a shit. Okay. So this is the buy limit. I think I should keep it one micro contract. Yeah. Uh, should I cover the water? I'll put it to the break even because it has already moved a lot. You can see like 40 handles, something like that. So I'm gonna hold my trade until this last gap over here. This candle low, this candle high. Not going to hold it for this sell side liquidity. I told you, remember how I'm going to look for this market. Take that buy side liquidity. I'm extremely lucky. I don't give a shit. All I'm looking for sell. So fall, market structure shift, fair value gap, took the entry from the fair value gap, took a partial around to 1:1. Now I'll try to hold the trade until the last fair value gap. If it good, go, I'm good. If it doesn't go over there, I'm just gonna get a stop out to the break even. I should cover the break, water block. I'm a bit confused actually what I should do over here. Should I cover the water block? Guys, give me some idea. Should I cover the water block or should I keep it to the break even? Because I'm already profitable, okay? So what should I do over here? I got wall end of the day account. Congratulations, trading title. It is much more easier actually. This is Jaid. Oh, okay, Jaid. So you have changed your name, man. But it's still over here. I'm happy that you are still over here. Can the question above be answered in the comments? What is the Eagle Sniper? Can the question? Okay, Eagle, can you please let me know what is your question? I really need to know your question at first. Same here, me Bangladeshi too. Oh, okay, trader and Lupti, you're also from Bangladesh. You're not allowed to take any trade with Apex, unfortunately, brother. Guys, give me an idea. Should I cover the water block or should I put my stop loss to the break even? Okay, so before I get stopped out, give me that decision, man. Come on. However, I'm not going to write it down as an unfilled gap. It was important while the market was trading that gap. Okay, now it is not an unfilled gap. Still, this gap doesn't have any value to me, by the way. Why? Because you keep saying that it is going to build a, sorry, the what to say, the breaker block. Why you're not seeing like that way? Because the buy side has been taken over here, so it doesn't have to build the breaker block to send the market higher. While I have the sell side liquidity around that area. Okay, yes, please give me the idea. Should I hold the trade with the covering water block or should I put my stop loss to the break even? It has given me already 50, 60 handles, something like that. Uh, wife's account, lol. Oh, okay. So this is our sister-in-law's account. That's cool. Break even. Thank you so much, Andres. I'm gonna keep it then to the break even. I can get stopped out, okay, guys. So market can simply go higher. But I still believe that even if it would love to go higher, it will come from the last fair value gap, which is over here. So maybe I'll get the close the trade, then it can go higher for this water block. Guys, look at this. This is the sell side. I'm expecting it is going to take that sell side. I'm not holding my trade for the sell side liquidity. I'm going to close my trade exactly what is the highest probable area for some sort of retracement. Okay. So I'm gonna move it a bit lower actually. So until here. Uh should I? No, I am not going to do that. I'm gonna keep it to the break even. If it is stop me out of the break even, I'm good. Using her computer, I have my setup in guest room. Okay, you have your setup is in the guest room, and I have guest. You have the guest. That's cool, man. Still, you didn't forget me. I'm really grateful to you, brother. Hey, Jamie, boom for me. Again, guys, you don't need to hold the trade until this area. Like here, even if you close the trade, it's 54, 60 handles, something like that. It's more than enough for being profitable. Okay, you don't need to be greedy. I'm trying to show you something that is going to help you to build your confidence, how you're going to trade the market. This explanation, whatever I have explained over there, what was the only thing that didn't happen? I wanted to see this buy side liquidity to be taken after the sell side liquidity. What happened? The buy side has been taken at first. Now maybe the market is going for the sell side. Maybe I'm not sure about that. Maybe, but this is the only thing that happened in a different way. Otherwise, buying opportunity, sorry, selling opportunity, buying scalping, selling scalping. All of them, not selling a scalping, selling opportunity. All of them are awesome. I think I'm going to get stopped out and there you go. Yeah, I got stopped out. Good. Still good. I took the partial and got stopped out over here. So I'm going to remove them. I'm going to remove this as well. So far, I believe that you have learned a lot from here. Is it going higher? Maybe. I'm still looking for the selling opportunity. So next opportunity. In this trade, I have made like $60, something like that. So I have to make like another $500 to pass this account. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, maybe next week. Not in rush. As long as you are not rushing, you're good to go, man. Like, what is the profit? Yeah, $531. So yeah, I have to make another $400, something like that. Thank you, Andres. I wanted to cover the high of this order block, to be honest. But I think it's going to take that high of the order block. Let me see actually. This is the high. Can it take this high? That is a beautiful order block, by the way, guys. I could take another $100 profit over here by closing the trade to this old order block or reclaimed order block or this last fair value gap. But I decided to put that stop loss to the break even, hold it until the last gap. So I will look for another opportunity. In this market, you are not going to be short of opportunity. It will keep giving you the opportunity. The only thing you have to do, you have to understand the pattern of this price action. That's all you have to understand. And when it is not going to work according to your understanding, according to your plan, all you have to do, let it go, man. I'm not going to trade you. I don't give a shit. I don't care about you. I'm not going to trade that, take that trade, okay? Because that's not according to my plan. Eagle Sniper, brother, where is the market structure shift? I think that when market is achieved, there must be two. Yeah, I told you that. Like you can watch it one more time, brother. When I saw this market structure, I've told that it's not a great market structure shift, but as my idea is this market is going to fall, and I'm going to enter with lowest possible micro contract, which is two micro contract, with a very small stop loss. I'm gonna try this one because my understanding this market will fall. But exactly when this setup appeared on the chart, I clearly told that you can rewatch that part. It is not a beautiful 22 YT model. It's a really just a 20. Okay, that actually took that high. Good, not bad. But that was not a beautiful 20, I mean 22 YT model, by the way. So it was just something like I tried my luck over here because my idea was this market will fall. Now I'm watching, can the market close below this candle? If it do that, I'm gonna take another trade as long as this high is not going to be taken. I'm gonna take another trade from this order block. Or should I lock my account, guys? Tell me that. Hey, or peak in the next to lower peak, the either side when it broke. So the sides. Yeah, brother, I got your point, but I told you that it's not a beautiful market structure. It's something like forcing the market. I told like in that area, I was talking about like that way. So when I saw this market structure shift here, I told that this is the best 22 IT model. But this one is kind of like I'm forcing the market, something like that, brother. Most of the time it doesn't work. So that's why you have to be very careful. You're not going to take any sort of high probable risk over here. I mean, huge risk over there. You have to take a small risk. Let's see where is going to be my stop loss there. So I can't do that. So here, yeah, that's good, John. So let's see if it can close below this low before clearing this high. If this high is taken, no sell is valid over here. Alijali, are you going to buy from? No, there is no buy is valid. I'm not going to take any sort of buy over here. I will keep looking for the selling opportunity. So if it doesn't provide me the sell from here, from the order block, I will wait for this market to come over here. Then I'll look for the short again. But I'm only bearish here. The internal liquidity has been cleared. Yeah, that is a shallow run. Maybe market will take that obvious liquidity. I don't think so because it will leave this liquidity open. the way I was expecting at first. It will build the liquidity, then fall, take the sell side liquidity, then go for the buy side liquidity. So it has cleared that liquidity, but that is a shallow run, right? This highs has taken over here by just a shallow run. So I'm see that this liquidity is gonna be left open over there. Market will fall, take this liquidity, and then fall. What happened over here? Look at this. Sorry, that high, that low. 6 on 8 level. Yeah, it's broken. So it's a low probable order block. But if it was not broken, it could be a high probable broken. Okay. I'm going to remove this one. You have already seen how to use that 6 on 8 level in which area. But yeah, I think I won't be able to look for a order block over here. I think so. I'm not taking any buy, guys. You're good to go. Okay, I understand, brother. Thank you. You're most welcome. We have equal lows at 26,659. 659, 659, 659. Okay, I have also relatively equal lows. Thank you, Suzivan. I didn't notice that. I have the sell side liquidity here as well. Like this is that relatively equal lows. Market has built another sell side over here. The $1 million question: does this market really would love to clear this buy side at first, which is an obvious liquidity? Does it want to fall without clearing this buy side liquidity? I don't want to see this liquidity to be taken. I don't want to see that. I want to. Okay, I'm going to remove the regular opening gap from my 1 minute chart. Okay, so it is going to be too messy to my chart, guys. There is just two trade. Okay, one buy, one sell. This is $1 million question. Does it really would love to take that obvious liquidity at first? I really don't appreciate that if it really would love to do that. I appreciate if the market failed to take this buy side liquidity and fall, clear the sell side liquidity at first. Then it will go higher. That is really good. But so far you are seeing an highly volatile consolidation. This is what happened when the Fed chair starts to speak or testify something over there. Hey guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. But make sure that you have pushed the like button. How many likes did I get? 66 people are watching, 46 likes. Can you guys please push the like button? I'm gonna hide the execution mark because like some people will join and they'll think, oh, this guy just keep trading, keep trading, keep trading. Should I lock my account, guys? Your call. If you say me, I'll lock my account. If you don't say me that, the next opportunity I'm gonna take the trade again. I'm only interested to take the sell. No buy is valid to me. I don't give a shit about the buy. Maybe market will clear this obvious liquidity and build the buy side liquidity with this high. That is also acceptable. I have no problem with that. But no buy I'm interested to take over here. You lock it and switch to SIM. I should respect Tamimi, otherwise he will block me. I don't wanna get blocked. Hey Sudivan, thank you so much. How was the reading price action, brother? I know that I was wrong a lot of area, but I was also right some area. This is the part of this game. You don't need to be right in every single leg. All you have to do, you have to be right in your decision. Do I have any open account, open trade? I don't think so. Okay. End of the day. Lock account. Yes, lock account. Close. Okay, I think I have locked it. Let me try. Yeah, it's been locked. Look, I'll watch this fall only. Okay. So these gaps are important because this is still valid as long as this high is not taken. So any sort of order block is going to be created here is valid, but I'm just going to remove them. Remove this gap. And this is the gap. I can keep it for now here. I don't need to keep it there. I want to see what is happening on 15-minute chart and hourly chart as well. This is too messy price action, to be honest. But the gap from the 50-minute chart is still holding the market. That is the last fair value gap. The hourly gap is holding the market, and from the hourly chart, that is a very disaster candle, a very disaster candle. So what else I can do over here? I can look for the quadrant level from 50-minute chart or from the hourly chart. This is a $1 million question. Okay, so from the hourly chart, it didn't trade any fair value gap, right? No, no fair value gap has been traded. Yeah, it has traded this gap, but it's more clear in 15-minute chart. This is more clear. So I'm gonna keep these lines over there. By any chance, if it really would love to go higher, I'll watch them. Now I'll be back to 1 minute chart. I'll see if it provide any sort of opportunity. Let's see. I need a model, okay? I'm not simply going to push the sell button because I'm expecting this will fall. I need something over here. Now I can't use the order block because that is too messy over here. You see this too messy price. So order block should be like this. Like build the order block, trade the order block, boom. That should be the order block. And you see over here, this is too messy over here. So I'm not using any kind of order block over here. Instead of that, I'm gonna wait for some kind of setup that is going to be built. What can I do over here? What can I do? By the way, what is this the market is respecting here? What do I have here? Why every candle is closing around that area? This gap? What is that gap? ICT talked about that weak quarter level. I'm gonna mark that weak quarter level. ICT actually showed this yesterday. Okay, so this is the 50%. This is the upper quadrant. He's a genius. So build the obvious liquidity here and going to take it. Yeah, the liquidity has been cleared. I'm gonna see this high to see just to see. Okay, that is also been cleared. Gonna mark this high. I don't care. All I need some liquidity to open over here. Still, I have this buy side liquidity around that area, and I'm just going to remove that quadrant level actually. And what else do I have over here? So short period of buy side liquidity has been cleared over here. Now can it fall? Why this candle is too volatile? Why is this candle too volatile? By the way, guys, I need to see how many of you are actually profit today. It's always great. Thank you. Reflect and grow. Awesome price read today, brother. Unfortunately, I'm in rate from earlier trade. Hopefully, I can mitigate the loss. Tomorrow is a great opportunity. Just remember that. Today, the testify is gonna make it bit difficult to trade the market. To be honest, I think we should wait and take a sell. I'm also waiting to see if I can find a selling opportunity. I'm not interested to take any short of buy. To be honest, guys. I'm green. Fonar, congratulations, brother. But let me actually pull it to see how many of you are green actually and red. What is your why I always do that like that? Or what is your SCCONTCOLOR? It should be green or you should be red. Worst case of scenario, you will be gray. That is the worst case of scenario. Gray means break even. So please vote over there. I wanna really know that how many of you are green. By the today, did I get any subscriber? Guys, please push the like button. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, come on. Mhm. Is this going higher? Maybe. I'm not taking any short of buy. Guys, remember. I'm watching the quadrant level of the 50 minute from the 50-minute chart. This is the lower quadrant. This is the 50% upper quadrant and high of the 50-minute week. So I'm watching any of them is going to be traded and giving me any sort of selling opportunity. Not interested to take any sort of buy. But brother, you missed this buy. Man, what I have missed? Just one and one. These two I have missed, right? In every other area, like this fall, I have framed it. This run, I have framed it. This run, I have framed it. Just these two leg, I have made it. I mean, I missed. It really is it really matter, man? Nothing. It doesn't matter to me at least. Okay, 50-minute chart, hourly time frame, everything is showing some like bullishness, but I wanna give the priority to the weak quadrant level just to see if it really interested to fall or not, by any chance. Okay. Any giveaway today? Tomorrow we have the giveaway, brother. Not today. Tomorrow I'm gonna give another account from our Discord group. 1 minute travel gap is there. Where is the 1 minute gap? Ah, that's a very small gap. I don't know why I always hate this type of small gaps, but that's a very small gap. I'll keep it like that way. Aligned with the 50% of the weak quadrant level. Let's see. All the liquidity has been taken. I still have the time, so I'm not in rush. We have already framed so many trades. It's just wait for the next opportunity. I guess that's the best case of scenario. Okay, from the hourly week, okay, it has already traded the 50%. This is the hourly week 50%, exactly the 50% from the hourly chart, okay? But from the 50-minute chart, it still didn't trade the 50% of the week quadrant level. I still prefer this market as it has taken all the buy side, right? So I still prefer this market to come over here to this 50% zone, trade this gap, and then I'll see if it fall. Otherwise, I have to wait for this market to come here to this new week opening gap to frame a sell. My last line to take the sell is from here. That is the last line to take the sell. I mean, not exactly from there, but like from this area, from this zone. That is my last line to take the sell. So if it doesn't provide me any selling opportunity from there, no more sell is valid to me. If I go to the 50-minute chart, it seems like it's an extremely bullish market, but look at this support. This support is too dangerous, looking dangerous support to me. Okay. Why the market is leaving this sell side liquidity over there? $1 million question. See this sell side? How beautiful that sell side is? This has already been taken. This is that sell side I'm waiting for. Some sort of sell model I need over here. By the way, the what to say? I mean, the testify is done, right? Okay, 1 minute farewell give is there. I read your comment, guys. Okay, 57% of the people are green out of 14 votes. 7% gray. Red is 36%. Oh man, this is really so pathetic when you guys got a losing trade. Why my okay, track me, man. Whenever I'll go somewhere, track me. Are you tracking me? Now you are tracking me. Track me. I'm here. There you go. I would love to take a sell, but I really don't appreciate if it fall from here because I highly appreciate if it can fall from the either the 50% and from this gap that is the highest high probable zone actually. And if it is broken, I'm not interested to take any other sell as long as this market is not reaching to this new week opening gap. So that's my last line here. This is my last line for the buy run. After that, I expect the market will fall. Please subscribe to our channel if you are new over here. Today, so far, we have found two trade, the Warder block buy and 22 YT model sell. Both of them are like good. We tried to take this sell as well at the beginning, but unfortunately, we didn't get the entry. Market didn't come to this fair value gap, so we missed the trade over here. That fall, we missed it. But we successfully got that run. We successfully got this run as well. So these two run we have got and we have missed one run. That's good. This I didn't take any trade over here. These two things I didn't take any trade over there, or I was not waiting for any sort of buy over here. Is there anyone who is using Tradify? You have the account with the Tradify? They have really good okay daily payout, no buffer, like awesome. Also, it is awesome. The Tradify. Is there anyone who is using the Tradify? Don't rush. Don't chase the market. Simply let this go. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Say like that way. I'll see you tomorrow. That's gonna be disaster. I mean, if this low is shifted, I'm not able to take this sell. Uh, I need the precision actually. I need to see this market to come here and then fall. So what should I do? I think I'll sacrifice the trade. Even if it fall from here, I'm gonna sacrifice the trade. Not going to take it. I highly appreciate if it can come here then fall. Then maybe I'll look for some kind of sell. Otherwise, I'm gonna take any sell. Okay, guys. I have at least I've got 52 likes. That's awesome. Okay, it's just consolidating for last few minutes. 11:09 to 11:16. It's just simply consolidating. No rush. You wanna test my patience? You can test my patience. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wait for the consolidation to be done before going for the trade. Like the way we have done it here, right? We let the consolidation to go, and then we started to frame the trade. We let the consolidation to go, and then we frame the trade, something like that. Jamie, 29753 is liquidity. 29753. 29753. So here. Now it's not the liquidity. This is not the liquidity. Now, how can I explain this? Look, this market started to run over here by leaving the sell side liquidity here. Okay, like this is not the best swing low because this is not as even a swing low, but still there is a low that is most prominent over here, right? This is a very beautiful low over here. Market went higher, come back later. After a long period of time, it come back. Sell side liquidity. Swing low, come back later. Sell side liquidity. Come back later. Sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. Look at this market. After building the sell side liquidity, right? Started to run, retrace, run. That retracement is still it didn't trade any gap over here. I think it has traded this gap. I don't know. However, if it traded some gap, good. If it also didn't trade any gap, that is also good. But the run, how it happened, went higher. Just few candles retrace, went higher again. But look at this. This went higher. This is a pure reversal. Look at this reversal. Compare this reversal with this reversal. You will simply understand that this is the retracement and this is the reversal from the logical level, clearing the buy side, trading this gap, and then reversing from there. But what happened here? Simply going higher. So it's not the sell side liquidity, Jamie. I don't remember the name. Guys, I'm not able to take this sell, okay? Even though I have found the 22 bearish model yet. I mean already, but I'm not going to take this sell unfortunately because I really wanted to see this market to come over here, then fall. So I'm not going to take this trade. I repeat, I'm not going to take this trade. I'm not going to take this trade. If it was happening from this gap, I would start to look for a sell already from this gap by putting my stop loss above the high, wherever the high has traded this gap, depending on the stop loss. Okay, maybe I would move it a bit lower. I would try to take a partial to the 50% here around that area, and then I would take another partial and then go for the sell side liquidity. However, there is no gap as well. Even if there was a gap, I wouldn't look for that sell. It's not my selling opportunity because this is absolutely random to me. I don't look this. By the way, Jimmy, what I was saying, I don't remember to whom I have explained these things earlier. He has also the same problem with the liquidity. I mean, this is the middle of the run, okay? This is the middle of the run. It's not the liquidity. Market never look for, nobody look this as a support. Nobody look this as a support. But even if you like forget about that sell side liquidity, this is just something like you can take a partial for that, okay? But look at this area. It's a support because market is bouncing from there. It is a support. See, market is bouncing. Every time it is coming here, it is bouncing from this zone. It's a support. It's a resistance here. That is a resistance because market is bouncing from there. But here, nothing is bouncing. Like it is a bull market and it's not bouncing with an old low. But this is a low where the market is bouncing again. Does it make any sense to you, brother? What is liquidity? Liquidity is support zone. All you have to ask is, if I were a retail trader, would I see this as a double bottom? Would I see this like that way? Or would I look this as a double bottom, this low and that low as a double bottom? Maybe this low as a double bottom. But could I look for this as a double bottom? Someone take the buy here, then someone is going to take the buy here? No. Nobody is going to take the buy here because this is just a run of the run. If you take the buy here, good. You don't need to add more over here. Perfect. Thank you. You're most welcome, Jamie. By the way, guys, this is just my opinion, okay? It's not something like you have to believe that it's not like the cell cell. Maybe that is the cell selectivity. I'm wrong. But I just gave you my opinion. That is just my opinion. Okay, it tapped to exactly to the 50% of that 15-minute wick. Why you don't trade that gap, man? Come on, just trade the gap. A very small scalping idea. I'm not asking any of you to go for it, but this is a very small scalping idea. From this gap to this gap, maybe with the volume imbalance, if there is any, from this gap to until that gap, by covering just the fair value gap, or at least the candle, like maybe here, okay, because this is a like very small stop loss. So from here to here, just until the gap low over there. Come on, man, trade that gap. Why you are leaving that gap open? I like it. Okay, actually, it has traded that gap. Yep. Remember, this is my last line for the bull run. Last line. I don't need this market to fall for this sell side liquidity. All I need some run toward my direction. That's all I need to get to be profitable over here. This is the last line for the fall. If it is broken, I'm not going to take any other sell over here around this morning session. I'm gonna let the run go until the new week opening gap. After reaching to the new week opening gap, maybe I'll think about a sell. It's always better to let the run go while it is inside the new week opening gap. A lot of things can happen over there. I don't want to see this gap to be violated from 1 minute chart. I don't want to see that gap to be violated. Okay, let's look for a plan over here. First of all, I'm gonna mark the gap I have over here. So what do I have? This gap. So I'm gonna mark this gap. Am I going to take the sell from this gap? If it inverts, no way. I'm just going to mark them. And all what else I'm going to do? I'm gonna see where the market actually traded and then reversed. So I can see there is a gap also, but it's a very small gap. I should have marked that. No, I should not mark that. So I'm gonna let this go and I'm gonna mark just this buy bull gap. Okay. Look, I'm just planning a trade over here. What first I decided what I would love to go. Sell. I know this is my last line for the up run. So if it doesn't reverse from here, I'm not going to take any sell. So I'm mentally, I mean, I'm like I have already decided what I'm going to do. Next thing, I'm going to plan a trade over here. What type of trade plan I can build over here? Order block, no order block is valid first of all. 22 bear model, inversion fair value gap because I have an old high over here. See this high, old high. So either the 22 YT model or the inversion fair value gap. Otherwise, either the trap gap, which is the best, or the reclaimed inverse gap. So let's see what the market is going to offer me over here. Except the water block, everything is valid over here. Water block is not valid, by the way. Mm, I need a bearish gap right now. Two fair value gap logic. Remember the two fair value gap logic as well. This is my last line for the buy run. If it doesn't fall from here, no other trade is valid to me from this area. Not going to take any short of buy. That's first of all. Not interested to go for any kind of buy over here. I really don't appreciate if the gap is broken by 1 minute candle. I really don't appreciate that. I want to see this market like bodies are not going to close above this gap. I highly appreciate if it don't close above this gap. Still fake breakout is acceptable. Let's see. Come on, man. Give me something over here. Except order block, everything else is valid. Give me something. I'm not happy to see the body close above the 50% of this gap. It's telling me to think about a buy, but I'm not interested to chase the market. So I'm not going to take a buy. What else can I do over here? I don't have any bearish gap as well. I have just a bullish gap that's not been traded yet. So I'm gonna keep that bullish gap open over there just to get confident that uh, this market is not bullish. Okay, so it has closed inside the gap for the first time. Let's see. Take the previous high. Again, guys, I don't know that it will fall from here, but I'm just watching because this is my last PDRA. And when it came here, now I'm interested to take a sell. But if it keep going higher, I have to just let this go without touching it. I'm just watching if it can provide me anything to frame a trade. Until now, there is nothing so far. Like it seems like a bullish market. Only thing I'm not going to accept is body close above the gap. Even if one body close, the next body has to close below the gap, which is called the fake breakout. Fake breakout is good. The best is not to close above the gap. Okay, so body has closed. I want to see this candle how it is going to close. If it closes below this gap, I'm still good to go or think about a sell. Otherwise, no more trade. I don't think so. There is any kind of volume imbalance. Okay, so I think it's done for today. The market is going to enter into the lunch hour. I would be bullish, extremely bullish. I would catch all of these buys by leaving the sell go. If I have seen that this liquidity has been cleared. But as the sell side liquidity is not been cleared, I was not able to like enter into the buy to this specific leg. Like here, here, here. I'm not able to enter into the buy over here because the sell side is still open over here. So that's why I was not interested to take the buy. Not a bad day, guys. I think it's a good day. First, I took the buy here from the order block, some partial, and finally closed the trade above the buy side liquidity. Then I tried a sell small scalping, take the partial, and got stood out to the break even. So that's two trade and also framed this sell, but unfortunately, it didn't give us any trade around that area. Not a bad day, I will say. Not a bad day. I'll just need to see how many of your okay. Green is 46%, red is 42%, gray is 12% out of 24 people. Not bad, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to give you the account actually, the Lucid Pro account. Make sure you have joined our Discord. Okay. Jamie 25. Okay, perfect thing. Thanks for the penguin, by the way, brother. NQ did not close yet. Okay, have a wonderful day, Wizard. Thank you so much, Jamie. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. If you are actually going to trade the PM session, don't forget about the sell side liquidities. Okay, they're really important. So if it can reverse from here, that is good. Yeah, I know that this buy side is also beautiful, but I don't think so. This buy side will be taken before clearing the sell side liquidity over here. That is my expectation. So any short of falling from here is an high probable selling opportunity. So until the next day, oh man, this is maybe now is going to fall. But still, yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna let this go. But before letting this go, I need to look for the area where the market can fall. So where is the dealing range low? Oh man, really? This is the low. Yeah, this is a good zone. So this fair value gap could be your target if you find any selling opportunity. This fair value gap could be your target. That gap. So from around that area, above not above that high, around that area to until this gap could be a beautiful target. Just be careful, wait for a setup, and then find the trade, go for it. So until the next time, cheers, guys.